Mm. So, good day to all of you. We are the group 4. Next slide. So, introduction. Good English grammar is important in technical English courses. It is not only study of words, forms, and functions in a sentence, but it is also a putting words into a sentence and sentence into a paragraph so that one will be able to express thoughts, ideas, desires more cogently and logically. So we can express our feelings through through English, no? Especially when it comes to international communication. English, yun nga kasi yung ating universal language. So we can communicate dun sa mga foreigners, na mga taga ibang bansa. So, writing is one of the most indispensable skills that learners should develop to be able to express his or her ideas effectively. It is skill that very that every student should master for efficient expressions of ideas. Similarly, the skills needed in a type of profession and jobs, especially because communication is vital component of any endeavor, no? So, yun. Importante ang writing. Unang-una, mas madali mong ma-express ang sarili mo through writing. Diba? Kahit sino naman nagsusulat, ganun. And ginagamit din siya sa iba't ibang klase ng job. Diba kapag may mga sa mga teachers, ginagamit din siya. Paggagawa ng mga lesson plan, most of the time English yung ginagamit na language. So next slide tayo. No? Next, report writing, creation of structured documents that precisely describe and examine in an event occurrence. So sa report writing naman, ito yung for example, nga dito sa course ng criminology, di ba magra-write ka ng report, mga spot report, progress report, na dun dahil ma-write mo siya dahil dun sa mga event na mangyayari, di ba? Na-write siya dahil merong isang case na nangyari, may crime na naganap, may violation ng law na naganap, no? Next is report. It's a document that is short, sharp, and specially written for a particular audience and purpose. So, ito yung mga document um, na accurate lang yung nakalagay sa kanya. So, parang hindi siya ibobroad. No? So, mga specific words na yung gagamitin sa kanya, maiksi. Yan, maiksi. Then, meron ka lang specific na tao or may specific audience ka lang na gusto mong i-show. Yun. Gusto mo lang siya i-show sa isang specific audience or sa isang purpose, no? So, next is police report. Chronological or step-by-step account of an incident that transpired in a given time. It is written or oral, detailed of brief, simple, complex, that may be prepared by anyone into department from chief of to the patrolman on the beat. So, yung police report daw, it can be written or oral, no? Sa written kasi natin sa mga police report, andyan kasama yung mga spot, progress, final, kasama rin yung yun, kasama yung mga yun. Tapos, at the same time, yung incident na naganap na yun, step by step siya. So, simula sa kung ano yung unang naganap, yung susunod na naganap, yung susunod na naganap, step by step siya, sunod-sunod siya para madali siyang naiintindihan, no? Next slide. So, importance and purpose of report writing, just like other written public documents, police report should be written efficiently because it has the following. So, number one, to serve as official document and permanent record of an incident in the community. So, here, ang police report kasi, no? Sa police report naka-indicate diyan kung sino yung mga sino yung suspect, 'yan. So, kung permanent record siya, mate-trace 'yun. For example, gumawa siya ulit, no? Naging habitual siya, naging habitual criminal siya. So, paulit-ulit niyang ginagawa yung specific na crime, no? Dun mo malalaman kung yung isang tao is may history na or kung first time niya 'yun. Kasi nga meron silang record, tsaka permanent na 'yun. Next is serve as record for police administration in planning, directing, and organizing the unit duties and functions. So, kasi 'di ba for example sa isang specific na lugar, halimbawa kunyari sa Tondo, 'yun maraming nakawang nagaganap do'n. So 'yun, parang yung police report na 'yun, dahil nga sa sobrang taas ng rate ng nakawan do'n, makakapag-plan sila 'no, para ma-prevent yung gano'ng klase ng crime do'n sa mismong lugar na 'yun. Next is to complete statistical information and identify the problems in the community, 'yun. Kagaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, madalas kasi kung ano yung may pinakamataas na rate ng crime na nagaganap sa isang community, 'yun yung madalas na 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 pinagtutuunan ng pansin na pinakaunang ifi-fix 'no, para ma-prevent. So, number 4, to facilitate investigation, prepare and defend court cases including prosecution of the criminal. So dito kasama kasi dito yung, 'di ba before ka mamunta ng court, yan magse-serve din kasi yan as an evidence, 'di ba? Kasi diyan naka-detailed yung mga naganap dun sa mismong police report, 'di ba? Halimbawa sa isang case may nangyaring robbery with homicide 'no, may nanakawan tapos napatay siya. So yun, for example may witness, ganyan. Tapos anong ginawa niyo para ma ma-identify yung kriminal, paano niyo siya huhulihin. Dun kasi naka-indicate yung mga pangyayari 'no, na makakatulong para yung court is makapag-decide kung maa-acquit ba talaga yung suspect or maano siya 'no, kung hindi siya maa-acquit, kung magiging guilty siya. So next is number 5, be a basis for research, 'yun. Be a basis for research. Kagaya din nung naunang rason, 'di ba? Kung yung criminality na yun is mataas, ganyan, siyempre maggagawa sila ng research diyan kung sa NCR ganito karami yung ganito, kung sa ganito kung sa Region 1 maraming ganitong klase ng crime, o kaya sa Maynila maraming ganitong klase ng crime, gano'n. Gagawa sila ng research. So next is to identify training needs of the members of the PNP, 'yun. Ito makikita naman 'to sa mga 'pag training needs siguro makikita 'to sa mga day-to-day report nila. 'Di ba gumagawa sila ng day-to-day report kung mga ginawa nila nung araw na 'yun, gagawa rin sila ng report tungkol dun, 'no? Para din ma-identify ng higher authority kung ano yung mga pangangailangan ng mga members ng PNP. Yung mga kulang, ganyan, yung mga nasira, ganyan, para mafi-fix, 'di ba? Para matulungan din sila kasi siyempre kailangan din naman sila ng community. So next is number 7, reflect the competence and personality of the police writer regarding his work. 'Yun. Siyempre nagre-reflect yung isang police officer 'pag gumagawa siya ng report. Dun makikita kung bias ba siya. For example, 'di ba meron siya naging bias yung report niya, para siyang may kinakampihan 'no. Dun mo makikita dun magre-reflect 'yun, 'di ba? Next slide. So, characteristics of police writing. So, number 1, accurate and specific. Police report should be accurate and specific. Accurate means not only being exact but also non-commissions of error. So, errorless. Pag sinabi kasi natin na na accurate, errorless yung mismong report, no? Yung eksaktong words lang. Parang hindi mo na siya pahahabain pa, ganyan, hindi ka na maglalagay ng but, because, ganyan-ganyan. Bali yung eksaktong word, 'di ba? Yung eksaktong word yung gagamitin mo para para mapaikse yung police, yung police report na gagawin niya. Then specific, yun, kagaya kung sa accurate kasi errorless siya. So specific naman, mahe-help din kasi siya na na mapaiksi lalo yung natin, yung police report natin, na mapapaiksi rin siya kung yung specific na syempre for example, sa traffic accident report, kailangan specific yung kung ano mismo yung for example, yung plate number niya, yung individual characteristic nung mismong nakabangga, 'di ba? Kailangan 'yun para ma-identify yung suspect, 'di ba? Para malaman mo kung sino yung suspect. Yan ganyan. Doon nakalagay 'yun, no? Yung mga information na 'yun. Next is, yun, nakalagay din dito, the use of specific words is conveying ideas most clearly to the readers is very important, no? Para hindi rin ma-misunderstood ng readers yung mismong police report. Next is brief and concise. Yan. It means the report should be short. Yung kagaya yung kanina sinabi ko, kailangan short, maikse yung yung police report, no? Kailangan maiksi lang siya kasi hindi naman lahat ng, for example, from policeman, tapos i i-address niya dun sa sa chief nung station nila, di ba? Police station chief. So, syempre yung chief na yon, wala siyang enough time na dapat ma-waste, no? Kaya kailangan maging brief yung police report. Oh, kagaya ng sabi dito, use necessary words only as you retain the natural tone of your sentence. Superiors always busy, kagaya kung sabi ko kanina. Next is clear and complete, no? Clear and complete. So, ibig sabihin nun, clear, yung hindi siya mami-misunderstood, na gumamit ka ng specific na words, kagaya sa taas kanina, gumamit ka ng accurate yung pagkakalagay mo ng sentence, brief, so maiiksi, but at the same time, hindi siya mami-misunderstood, at the same time, kompleto yung laman ng police report mo. So, nakalagay din dito, the report should include all necessary information such as 5 W's and 1 H questions. Order to achieve the clarity and completeness, use simple words to assure understanding, no? So, hindi mo siya totally na intensyon na paikliin, no? Siyempre, kailangan, kumpleto pa rin siya. Kumpleto pa rin at hindi mo siya mami-misunderstood, no? Madali siyang maintindihan. Hindi mo kailangang gumamit ng malalalim na words na may possibility na hindi alam or wala sa vocabulary nung pagpapasahan mo. Para hindi niya, para at the same time, malilesen yung time niya, maiintindihan niya pa. Next slide. So, factual and objective. The police report should be factual and objective. The reports contain only facts and not hearsay. So, here naman sa factual, yun, kagaya nga sabi niya, puro facts. Lahat katotohanan lang at tawang katotohanan lang. Hindi siya sabi-sabi, hindi siya opinion mo. So, ang factual is naka-base dun sa mismong information na nag-gathered mo, no? So, being objective is not injecting his or her own bias and prejudice into the report. In order to be factual and objective, focus on the facts, avoid getting opinions or personal judgment in order to be partial and subjective. yun, yung pagpapaliwanag ko kanina, gano'n lang din siya. Hindi ka puwedeng maging bias, 'di ba? Ang objective mo is, i-report kung ano yung totoong nangyari. Yun yung objective mo, 'di ba? At yung factual, yung facts na naka-base dun sa na-gathered mo na evidence, na-gathered mo na information, 'no? Facts lang. So, next is well-organized and grammatically correct. Yan. So, chronological order is usually used in organizing the writing and writing the facts in the police report, no? It's also important to follow the standard format required specification prescribed by the PNP. So meron silang meron yang tamang margin, 'di ba? Meron tamang font, may font size na dapat sinusunod. And yung order nung pagkakasulat ng pangyayari, sunod-sunod din. Tsaka parang sa ano, sa lang, sa maging accurate lang din 'no, errorless, oh. Iwasan natin na magkaroon ng mga sentence na na ano, wrong grammar, 'no, grammatically wrong, 'yan. Next, so strategies in writing a good report. Writing is a process input that requires strategies. Good written outputs are the products of carefully crafted writing activity. Oh. So the following suggested strategies that the writer must adhere in writing a report. First, check or recheck first whether notes on gathered facts are already complete and organized. So dito, i-check mo muna yung information na na-gathered mo kung totoo ba siya or hindi. Diba? I-re-recheck mo siya. 'Di ba? Parang for example, magtatanong ka sa isang witness, ika-clarify mo ulit siya, 'di ba? Para ma-ensure mo na tama yung information na nakuha mo. Tapos, i-re-check mo rin kung andun ba talaga siya nung time na yun, ganyan, ganyan. Para malaman mo kung relevant ba yung information na nakuha mo, 'no? Kung relevant ba siya. Next is if notes on gathered facts are insufficient, go back in the gathering more facts related to the situation. 'Di ba? Pagkatapos mo siyang i-recheck, kapag meron kang na-gathered na information na medyo malabo, medyo delikado, medyo hindi siya relevant, hindi siya gano'n ka-importante pero puwede siyang maging way para ma-save para ma-solve yung case, 'di ba? Babalik ka ulit sa umpisa. Kung yung mismong ugat nung information na nakuha mo, iche-check mo yun, 'di ba? Kasi malay mo nga naman, 'di ba, ma-prove yung ano, inosente pala yung ano, yung suspect, 'di ba? Mamaya maging guilty siya tapos kasalanan mo pa kasi gumawa ka ng maling report. Next is make an outline of the report basing from completely gathered facts. Yan. Kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, dun sa kaninang topic, kailangan yung mismong outline is sunod-sunod at the same time lahat yun dapat totoo based on facts lang lahat. Next is use chronological order of writing in presenting facts and ideas in the written report. Yan, sabi ko lang kanina. The outline of the report should basically answer the 5W and 1H question. So, para maging complete yung mismong yung mismong report natin, kailangan masasagot niya yung 5W, 1H question, 'di ba? Yung what, who, when, where, why, how. Next is prepare a report that should either simple, brief, complex in the required format. Yun. Yun din yung kanina. Next. So, here types of report writers. No? Meron tayong 3 types of report writers. Writers who write without thinking. So, sulat lang ng sulat. Hindi siya yung sinusulat niya is parang hindi siya nag-e-effort na mag-gathered ng more information na pwede niyang masulat sa report niya, na pwede niyang i-include sa report niya. They are those who do not keep in observing and gathered facts, supplement the written report. So yun, sinusulat lang nila yung mga nakita nila, tapos hindi na sila mag-gathered pa ng iba pang information. So next is writers who write and think at the same time. These writers who gathered information and facts and put them into writing. In addition, they review and verify their work, but they are in hurry to write. No? Therefore, gathered information are not properly documented. So, pag masyado ka namang busy sa pinagsasabay mo naman yung dalawang bagay, hindi ka nag-focus sa isang bagay. So, pwedeng yung maging report mo is siya, no? Hindi na siya maging in chronological order, mawawala na siya sa order, masyado ka nang ma-hurry mag-write kasi masyado mo ring pinofokusan yung pag-gather mo ng evidence. Ganyan, pag pinagsasabay-sabay mo yung mga bagay-bagay. Next is writers who thinks first and write afterwards, no? Ito naman yung mga writers na nag-gather ng data, ng fact, ng evidence, tapos saka sila magsusulat. Bali, ando na yung conclusion na muna nila, no? Magagather sila ng fact, evidence, ay ganito, ganito nangyari ng oras na to, ganyan pala, o ganyan. Tapos may nakuha kaming may nakuha kaming barel, may nakuha kaming ganyan, di ba? Yung mga yun naman, yun muna, i-gather niya muna lahat ng information, lahat ng evidence na pwede niyang mag-gather. Saka siya magsusulat ng report, di ba? Kasi doon niya mabibase kung ano mismo yung mga nangyari, yung mga information na nakuha niya sa mga witness, kung ano ba talaga yung pangyayari na nakita nila, di ba? Madodocument nila ng maayos yung uh, yung mismong pangyayari, no? Maayos nila chronologically, saka yun, hindi magiging inadmissible na evidence yung makukuha nila kung madodocument nila yun ng maayos. Next slide. So, fundamental styles of police report writing, perspective, selection, and organization. So, sa perspective, refers to the point of view from which the investigator presents the findings of his report based on the gathered evidence. Kapag nag-gathered ka ng evidence, bawa, kapag may yung victim, wala yung wallet niya, wala yung cellphone niya, wala yung mga importanteng gamit sa kanya, tapos merong knife sa gilid o may knife na nakasaksak mismo sa katawan niya, yun, di ba? Tapos makaka-receive ka pa ng iba pang information sa mga informants mo, sa mga witness mo, doon pwede mong maisip, pwede mo nang parang ma-imagine kung ano yung mismong nangyari. Doon sa based sa lahat ng na-gathered mo na evidence and information. So, next is the selection. So, dito naman sa selection, isa-select mo lang yung mga importanteng details, yung mga connected dun sa mismong nangyari. Hindi mo na isasama yung mga pwedeng may possibility na hearsay lang. Kasi, for example, naging informant mo siya, pero wala pala siya dun sa mismong crime scene, no? Hindi pala niya na-witness yung mismong nangyari. Diba? So, hindi mo na siya isasama sa report mo. Next is organization, process of how a report is put together after a specific details or of facts have been gathered. Yun. Ito na yung pagkakasunod-sunod, yung pag-aayos mo nung mismong report mo, 'di ba? Kasi 'di ba pag gumawa naman tayo ng police report, meron yung mauna yung reference, yung mga brief, mga brief facts, other facts, yan, 'di ba? Mga sunod-sunod na 'yun. No? Doon mo na 'yun maayos. Next. Basic requirements of police report writing. Ito na yung 5W and 1H, no? So, meron tayong 1 is who, one of the 5Ws. Answer all about the person involved in investigation, their complete and correct names, and their exact numbers, no? Dito, who is the culprit? Who is the victim, di ba? Dito, basta who. Pag sinabi mong who, sino? Sino yung tao na pinag-uusapan mo? Sino yung suspect? Sino yung biktima? Ilan yung suspect? Yung tao yung pinag-uusapan, no? Yung tao yung kikuhaan natin ng information. Next. Next is what? Answer about the offense committed, kind of evidence retrieved, property stolen, and possible motive of the crime, di ba? So, what law was violated? Yan. Ano yung na-violate na law? Ano yung possible na na-commit na crime, di ba? Ano yung mga evidence na naiwan no sa crime scene, yung nag-gathered, di ba? Kung ano yung motibo o yung possible motive ng culprit or ng suspect. Next is where. Answer about the geographical location of the crime scene. Tagalog, saan? So, location yung pinag-uusapan. So, where was the crime committed? Yung mismong place. Where did the crime take place? Yung mismong place, di ba? Where was the victim found? Place ulit. So, geographical location, place, place. Basta place, where. Next. Next na po, Ate Ena. Next, when? Answer about the exact time and date of the offense committed, the property found, and the suspect apprehended, no? Ito naman yung in Tagalog, kailan, no? Pinag-usapan dito oras at date. Tagalog ng date, araw, yun. Araw at oras nung pangyayari na yun, no? Kagaya na itong una, when was the exact time that the crime was committed? Yung eksaktong oras na nakomit yung crime. Yung eksaktong oras na pagdating ng unang responder, 'di ba? Kung anong oras na report yung crime, 'di ba? Kung anong oras na nakapag-report, kung anong araw yun. Basta pinag-uusapan yung time and date, diyan tayo sa when papasok. So next is why. Answer about the object or desire of which motivate motive mot- motivated the offense of the crime or crime against person, possible object of attack might be. Yan. Kung yung posibleng object na ginamit dun sa attack, no? Dito kasi sa why, bakit? Bakit yung mga reason why, no? Halimbawa, may galit sa yung kapitbahay mo. O kaya, ang magandang example dito, adultery or concubinage, 'di ba? Adultery or concubinage. Pag nahuli mo yung asawa mo na pag nahuli mo yung asawa mo na nakikipag-siping, yan, nakikipag-siping sa ibang tao. For example, napatay mo, 'di ba? Yung reason mo kasi galit ka, 'di ba? So, yun nga, deskero lang yun, di ba? Deskero. Next, next is how. No? How. Answer the general manner of which the crime was committed. How was the offense or the crime committed? How did the policeman respond? Ito naman yung kung paano, no? Paano daw naganap yung mismong crime. Ito na yung kwento. Kwento kung paano naganap yung crime, kwento kung anong nangyari pagkadating ng mga pulis, 'di ba? Yung paano nawala yung yung cellphone, yung wallet, yung iba pang importante at mahal na gamit nung victim, ganyan. Yan, paano? Next. Yan, thank you po. Kuya JJ.
Okay, chapter 2. Chapter 2. Classes, categories, and types of reports. Okay, classes of reports. Number 1, technical reports. These are reports dealing with technical specialized subjects. And number 2, problem determining reports. These are written reports identifying the existence and causes of certain problem. From the title problem determining reports, you are making reports or you are doing reports to identify the causes of the problems. Example is causes of juvenile delinquency and causes of drug addictions and causes of human trafficking and anymore. Then number 3, problem solution reports. Kanina sa number 2, we are looking for the causes of the problem. Dito naman sa number 3, we are looking for the solution. These are written reports identifying the process and solution of certain problems. Example, um, case studies and preventing measures against juvenile delinquency, drug addiction, and human trafficking. Next slide, please. Okay. Number 4, facts finding reports. These are written reports on the methods of logical gathering and presentation of data. Basta pag sinabing facts finding, ito yung mga totoong nangyari na regarded na nagarded mo. Yung gagawa ka ng report gamit yung mga information na nagathered mo. Number 5, performance report. These are reports referring to information on the status of an activity or operation within a unit or organization. When you say performance report, these reports are referring to all of information of or activities na ginagawa ng isang organization. For example, sa isang police operation or sa isang raid or any kind of activities na ginagawa ng o pine-perform ng isang police officer. Next. Okay, we have categories of reports. Number 1, operational reports. These are reports about police incidents, investigation, arrest, identification of person, and other miscellaneous reports for routine operation of police organization. Operational reports. Ito yung mga reports na tungkol sa mga katulad nga na sa example, police incidents, kapag nagkakandak ng mga operations, pag may ina-arrest o may identification of person. Okay. Number 2, internal business reports. These are written reports on financial, personnel, purchase, equipment, property, maintenance, and general correspondence which are important in agency or the organization management. Ito naman yung reports on financial, personal purchase, equipment, property maintenance, and general correspondence, which are important in the agencies or the organization management. Number 3, summary reports. These are reports that are finished for the necessary of resolution of the crime incident and other police administration related problems. Ito daw yung mga summary o yung finish na necessary na solution ng mga crime or incident. Okay. Next. Okay, Kuya. Kuya Jay.
Ngayon, meron tayong specific types of police reports. Number 1, police reports. This is a written report done within 24 hours after the important incidents. This report is written to inform the immediate chief of those higher position of the particular occurrences in his command of responsibility. Police report, ito yung mga nangyari nung araw na nagkaroon ng police reports tapos within 24 hours dapat na i-report na nila to dun sa chief of police nila para magawan pa ulit ng uh, uh, panibagong report. Tapos number 2, special reports. This is the written by police unit office based on the directive or instruction from their higher police officer. This is type of reports follows the memorandum format of the correspondence. This is the reports contain the rationale and the action. Rationale is the specification of deals related to the problem and the action in the expected action of response of the receiver of the reader will do after reading reports. Special reports, ito yung mga galing direktiba galing do sa mga chief of police. Kunyari magko-conduct sila ng kunyari may raid sila na magaganap. Ang gagawin nila, magkakaroon muna ng special reports bago nila gawin yung isang yung raid. Next, please. Number 3, beat inspection report after patrol reports. This is the widely practiced written forms of communication in a station. This is a routine report because the duty beat supervisors submits the report daily. Those assigned on beat inspection do their routine check on foot, hold those patrol sectors, use patrol cars. These reports used to memorandum format. So ito naman siya beat inspection report. Ito yung mga patrolman. Nagpapatrol sila kunyari katulad sa atin sa San Jose del Monte. Nagko-conduct sila ng ng patrol within the San Jose del Monte. Di ba meron tayong mga nakikita na mga nagpapatrol na naka-uniforme na police. Tapos meron din silang ginagamit na patrol cars. Iniikot nila yung sakop nila para magkaroon sila ng beat inspection report tsaka after patrol reports. Pagkatapos ng beat inspection report, yung after patrol reports naman is yung pagkadating na nila dun sa base nila. Number 4, wanted person report. Using the notice wanted person, this is the report about the person who are wanted by the police. Information of what person are flashed on the local and national television, as well as posted consis- conspicuous areas as notice to the public. Ito naman sa wanted person report, 'di ba nga nakita natin yung balita na pinatay yung naka-NMAX na pinatay ng dalawang lalaki sa Valenzuela. So nagkaroon ng wanted person report. Ang wanted person report is ano siya, hindi lang siya sa iisang lugar ng binibigay, kundi sa buong ano 'yun, sa buong community o nasasakupan. Kunyari, 'di ba ipina-flash nila, flash report, tapos meron silang nakalagay do'n wanted, tapos meron nakapatong do'n sa ulo nila na ah, money para lang do'n sa ano, sa pagkakahuli nila. 'Yun yung wanted person report is ano, ginagawa nila 'yun, parang pina-follow up nila kung ano man yung nangyari do'n sa pagkamatay nung ano, tao. So yung mga wanted persons, pina-follow up nila ng pina-follow up. Number 5, arrest report. This is the report that documents all or events in arresting suspect, including personal information, jail booking information about control, release the prisoners, count proceedings. These reports based in information received, ensuring probable cause for warrant and warrantless arrest. Arrest report naman, ito yung mga taong naaresto nila even the day or even the week or month. Kada aresto ng mga pulis, binibigyan nila 'to ng report, lalo na yung mga merong warrant of arrest, tsaka meron din 'di ba may tinatawag tayo na warrantless arrest. Yun yung kahit wala silang hawak na search warrant is puwede nilang hulihin yung hinahanap nilang tao. Next please. Okay, number 6, crime report. This is the report after the conclusion from the preliminary investigation of the crimes truly happened. These reports are also include the important factors like corpus delicti, suspect description, properties taken, evidences collected, property damages, victims injury, and suspects modus operandi. So sa crime report naman, hindi lang iisang report ang ginagawa nila. Lahat ng ginagawa nila, modus operandi nung suspect, kung ano man yung nagawang property damages, kung ano man yung kinuha nila dun sa ginawa nila ng crime, tapos kung ano man yung nagawa nilang injuries dun sa crime scene or dun sa tao na ginawa nila ng crime. Number 7, situation reports is also known as the CTREP, is a form of status reporting that provides decision makers and readers a quickly understanding of the current situation. This provides a clear, concise understanding of the situation, focusing on meaning or context in addition to the facts. Situation reports naman, status report 'yon. Kung ano yung nangyayari doon sa kaso na binabantayan ng mga pulis. Tapos meron doon nakalagay na addition facts. Number 8, miscellaneous incident report, also known as the MI report. This is used to document any incident situation or circumstances that are not crimes or not designed by the particular title. The purpose of this report is simply to maintain the integrity of the department's reporting system. So yun nga, miscellaneous report. Ito yung mga hindi naman siya yung crimes na mabibigat. Parang yung mga simple crime lang. Ito yung miscellaneous report, incident report. Next please. Number 9, the traffic accident report. This report is written by the officer who investigated the incident. This type of report documents all the facts, information about the vehicular accident, whether it is fatal or non-fatal. This is also examines the nature of the damage of any property, the location of the accident, and its cause. Included in these types of report are the statements of witness, these diagrams, and photographs. So sa traffic incident naman, ito yung mga nakikita natin ba yung mga nagkakabanggaan ng motor, nababangga ng bus, nababangga ng truck. So nagko-conduct din sila ng traffic accident report. Meron din silang nakalagay dito na na yung probable cause nila, yung kung ano yung nangyari dun sa property, damage to property. Kaya meron 'di ba yung kinakaso na reckless imprudence damage to property. Ito dito kasama sa traffic accident report. Number 10, investigation report. An investigation report is the written investigate a particular case or crime. This report is important in court proceeding. The prosecutor's office can use this in filing appropriate cases, while the court can use this for minor offense and determining whether the accused is guilty or innocent. Tapos ito naman, investigation report. Ito yung pag-iimbestiga kung ano man yung naging kasalanan nung dun sa nangyari sa sa isang crime. Dito mapapatunayan kung guilty or innocent yung isang tao. Investigator writes an investigation report to achieve these objectives for record leads and prosecution. Yun nga ito yung ginagawa nila na sinasabi nila for the records. Ito yung mga reports na ginagawa nila. Tapos para sa leads and para dun sa pagka nagkaroon na ng crime tapos naipasa na sa prosecution, meron silang maipapakita na proof na report na yun yung nangyari talaga dun sa mga crime na naganap. Next. Classification of investigation report. Number 1, initial or advanced report. This is an advanced information, a new or fresh case assigned on, but it is written and immediately submitted after the preliminary investigation of the case. Initial or advanced report. Yung initial report is yung parang yung mismong pangyayari na yun, meron na silang initial report or advanced report na kailangan nilang may pasa dun sa mga chief of police nila. Number 2, progress report. This is the written narration of facts developed by investigator in the course of the follow investigation. This is the report of subsequent details which is very vital or initial report. This report should be submitted within 3 days after the initial report has been submitted and consequently a monthly report. Progress report, ito na yung kasunod ng initial report, yung katulad ng pinapagawa sa atin ni ma'am. Yung progress report naman is yung parang rin siya, parang follow-up report. Dito nilalaman nito yung mga yung kasunod na nangyari or para dun sa ikauusad ng kaso. Final report, a complete written narration of facts based from through investigation of the case. This is the result of evaluation, summarization, and analysis all facts are circumstances of the case and the complete accumulation and collection of data. Final report naman dito na nagbabase yung kung kunyari yung CA, Court of Appeals, yung final report andun na lahat nakalagay yon, yung magkakasama na siya ng initial report, progress report, tsaka final report. Final report dito na nakapaloob kung ano yung talagang nangyari dun sa kaso na binabantayan ng mga pulis. Next. And that's all. Chapter 3. Next.
Hello? Rinig ako? Okay. Okay, Chapter 3. Chapter 3, Police Blotter. Next po. Police Blotter. The General Headquarters of Philippine National Police issued Circular Number 05 on December 10, 1992, entitled Prescribing a Uniform Police Blotter of the Philippine Police. This circular mandated the different police offices and units in the country to follow the said form and usage of police blotter. So what is police blotter? The PNP manual defines a police blotter as a logbook that contains daily registry of the all crimes incident reports, official summaries of arrests, and other significant events reported in a police station. So when we say police blotter daw, sa kind of logbook na kung saan lahat ng nangyayari na crime incident and mga summary of arrests or any kind na event basta ni-report ni-report sa isang police station o dun sa specific police station, dun yun nilalagay sa police blotter. So, at present, the PNP maintain an e-blotter to facilitate a more efficient electronic blotter system for recording crimes incident across the country. It does not only facilitate crime documentation and modernize data storage, but also present accuracy in crime data documentation. Okay, sabi dito, dahil do sa technology na meron na tayo ngayon na tinatawag na e-blotter, which is pwede na nating ilagay yung mga nire-report o yung report sa police station, gamit ang e-blotter. So, kumbaga, direct na siya sa may computer. Pero dahil sa nakasanayan natin yung logbook, simula pa noon, ginagawa muna is nagsusulat muna sila sa logbook, so para mas iwas error, tas iwas din yung mistakes, sinusulat muna nila yung sa logbook, sa kanila inililipat sa e-blotter. Next po. Next po. Police blotter in PNP Circular Number 05, it is defined as a daily record of events within the territories of police unit. It contains daily material concerning events for legal and statistical purposes. The police blotter is a hardbound book measuring 12 inches by 16 inches, printed in the front cover is the name or designation of the district or station. The number or book number, the series number, and the period covered. The police blotter entry should answer the 5 W's, which is yung who, what, where, why, who, what, where, why, when, and yung isang 1H na how. So procedure for making blotter entries. Number 1, all entries. Next po. So number 1, all entries in police blotter shall be handwritten in a clear, concise, and simple manner, but must answer as far as practicable the 5 W's and 1H. Clarity should not be sacrificed for brevity. So sabi dito, need daw na maging handwritten ang isang police blotter, no? So ibig sabihin dito, lahat ng police blotter is handwritten, and ito ay dapat malinis, maiksi, in a simple manner, and even na brief or maiksi yung pagkakasulat, dapat kumpleto yung detalye. So meaning kahit maiksi yung nilagay mo, no, dapat hindi siya kulang sa information. So number 2, only fact not opinions are entered in the police blotter. So meaning bawal yung side comment or bawal yung kuro-kuro, dapat yung fact lang ng 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 sinabi na nag-report. Number 3, no erasure shall be made on entries. Correction are made by drawing a horizontal line over a word or phrase and the actually entry and title by the police officer making the correction. So sabi dito, importante na wala daw bura as much as possible. So now if hindi maiiwasan yung pagkakamali sa pagsulat, so there's a right procedure to erase yung word na kung saan ka nagkamali. So, sabi dito, kailangan daw mag-drawing ka ng horizontal line over the word and enter the entitled by the police officer. So, yung, di ba, yung pangalan, halimbawa word na dog, yung line sa taas nun over the name, dun mo ilalagay yung line. Tapos, sabi dito, so sabi dito, sabi dito bakit horizontal? So ang sabi dito, kailangan horizontal line lang yung ilagay mo para makita nila kung ano ba talaga yung binura mo or kung ano ba talaga yung pagkakamali mo kung bakit mo siya papalitan. So number 4, a ball pen with blue and black ink issued for making entries. So sabi dito, blue and black pen lang na color ng ball pen ang pwedeng ipangsulat sa police blotter. Number 5, misinterpretation of the blotter or any attempt to suppress any information is punishable criminally and administratively. Number 6, all entries must be legibly written in longhand and consecutively numbered. So, kay sabi dito, dapat daw sunod-sunod yung entry ng number. So, ibig sabihin, halimbawa, 001, tapos siyempre date yun, di ba? Entry number, tapos date. 001, so December ganito, ang susunod nun, 002, hindi pwedeng maging 003. Kailangan magkasunod yung number. Tapos number 7, every page of the blotter shall be consecutively or chronologically filled in, no line or space shall be left blank between any two entries. Okay, let's say, di ba, tapos ka na police blotter, tapos ka na magsulat ng police blotter, hindi daw pwede mag-iwan ng malaking space, na blankong space, and then tsaka ka magsusulat ng panibagong entry. So bakit daw? Dahil dun sa may space na yon, pwedeng magdagdag ng details or information dun sa naiwan mong malaking space. Tapos number 8, any development of a case reflected in the blotter should be a new entry at the time and day it was reported. A reference to the previous entry number of the case, however, should be made. Number 9, during every shift, the duty sergeant under the supervision of the duty officer or complaint desk officer shall sign the blotter. So sabi dito, so ayun yung procedure ng paggagawa ng isang police blotter. Next po. Units required and accountability of police blotter. Number 1, a police blotter should be maintained by a police station. So, okay, bawat police station daw may individual police blotter sila. Yun yung hindi pwedeng dalhin sa ibang lugar or ibang police station, di ba? Halimbawa, ikaw isa kang police, tapos naka-assign ka dun sa sa police blotter, ka magsusulat. Tapos ngayon, hindi mo siya pwedeng dalhin o dalhin sa ibang station, dun lang sa station ninyo dahil yung ibang station meron silang sariling police blotter. Number 2, all PNP operating units or division in Metropolitan Police District together with station and substation should maintain a separate police blotter. So yun nga, no? Lino naman na sa station may kanya-kanya silang police blotter na hindi pwedeng hiramin ng ibang station or ibang police na hindi naka-assign dun sa station nila. Number 3, the General Headquarters PNP should supply police blotter to each PNP command reflecting the same as accountable items on the property books. Number 4, it is responsibility of PNP unit commander to properly maintain, use, safekeep, and account the police blotter. Number 5, police force shall continue to use the present police blotter provided form and rules should be followed. Followed below the next po. Ayun. So dito daw, below is yung example daw sa baba kung nakikita nyo. So ito yung example ng isang police blotter. Yung nakikita nyo dyan sa entry number, yan halimbawa, di ba, ngayon, araw na to is alleged shooting incident. Ang unang entry, so ilalagay natin dyan is yun nga. Ang daming zero niya na. 001, sabi natin 001 o 001 dahil ito yung unang incident sa araw na yan. So then then yung katabi niyan is yung date kung kailan ni-report. Next, sa pangatlong column kung nakikita nyo yung time kung kailan isinulat o kailan in-entry sa police blotter yung report. Tapos yung pang-apat na column, syempre of course yung event or yung incident. Pang-lima, yung disposition of the case. So, importante dito saglit lang. So, importante dito, yung ilalagay yung alleged crime na, halimbawa, yung alleged crime shooting incident, di ba? Ayan, kung nababasa nyo, di ba, babasahin nyo ng ganyan. Tapos, yung sa pinakababa, kung nakikita nyo yung SPO1 Michael Barnedo. So, kailangan yung desk officer, kasi kailangan nandun yung desk officer para patunay na siya yung nagsulat ng blotter. Kumbaga, nagpapatunay na legit yung blotter. So, yun po. Thank you.
Additional guidelines and procedures. As mandated is Standard Operating Procedure SOP number 2012-001 dated March 26, 2012. PNP adopts a uniform and standard procedure on how to enter in a police blotter so that the service offered by the police or record complaints in the police blotter shall be done in the most efficient, fast, and accurate means. The following guidelines o pamamaraan na kailangan i-observe sa pag-entertain sa complainant at kung paano i-record ang mga data ng binibigay ng complainant sa police blotter. Next. The incident record form. Sa incident record form, hindi directly na nilalagay lahat ng incident sa isang police blotter. Facts tsaka information lang muna ang i-record sa IRF o incident record form. Pag natapos na siya mag-fill up, tapos napirma na ng desk officer at chief of police, saka lang i-enter sa police blotter book. Number 2, duty of QSL officer. Yung meaning ng QSL, quality service lane. Yung duty ng QSL, kapag may client na, kailangan tanungin agad ano reason ba't pumunta siya or bakit nagre-request ng record or nagbablatter. Tapos pagtapos ng tanungin siya, i-assist na siya ng QSL para mag-fill up ng IRF. Next. Officer space for clients. The QSL duty officer shall at all times guide and assist the client in filling out the form. Kaya kailangan nandun lagi yung QSL kasi hindi lahat ng client alam yung pinipila pa nila, kaya kailangan i-guide sila ng QSL. In the event that the client is illiterate or incapacitated to fill out the IRF, ito naman yung dito na yung QSL yung magpipill up sa IRF, pero base pa rin sa information ng complainant. 4, confidential reports. Pag ang nag-complaint ay kailangan ng confidentiality sa kasong na kino-complaint niya ay about women and children protection, si QSL dapat i-escort siya papunta sa female duty investigator or women and children protection desk, WCPD. Tapos doon na siya magpipill up ng IRF. Next. Information on the report person. The first item to fill out in the IRF is the general information about the reporting person. It contains the name, address, occupation, and other anonymous information about reporting person, whether he is the victim of a crime or not. It is important that this general information be taken the object of this is to prevent an attempt of a client mislead the police to record an event or crime that did or occur motivated by a client's desire to later get an extract of the police blotter for purposes of an insurance claim. For example, yung na yun, kunyari, yung hindi naman pala yung totoo yung mga nirereklamo niya, pwede mo siyang mahanap agad kasi nag-fill up siya ng IRM, which is nandun yung pangalan niya, address, okay, trabaho, tas kung ano-ano pang information. Ayun yung kahalaga ng IRF na malalaman mo agad kung nasaan yung tao na nagreklamo sa'yo. Data of suspect. Dito, pag di crime yung nangyari, di mo na checkan yung yung suspect. Proceed ka na sa second box, which is sa second box na yon yung data of the victim. Pero kung naman, may crime na nangyari, kailangan mong i-check yung suspect tapos fill upan mo yung data ng ng suspect. Next. Completeness and correctness of data. The data in all items on the IRF should be as specific and complete as possible. The information indicated and brought forth in this item will be a very vital tool of the investigator on case IOC, which could mean the solution of the crime. Dito ang kailangan lahat ng ilalagay sa IRF, kompleto at specific. Katulad ng mga address, dapat saktong-sakto yung address niya. Lahat ng info dapat sakto. Data of the victim. Dito kung paano mo pinilapan yung information ng reported person, ganun din yung gagawin mo dito. Then dapat i-recorded yung general information niya dito. The narrative of the incident on the second page of the blatter form. The facts of the incident should be narrated by the complainant. It contains a narrative of what happened, answering the 5 Ws: who, what, when, where, why, and the 1H, how, of an information report. Dito mo na ilalagay yung yung mga pangyayari sa sa insidente sa pagsagot ng ng 5 Ws and 1H. Next. Incident report transaction receipt. Dito pares importanteng nakapirma yung pares na naka-duty. Yung duty of officer at yung complainant para sa correctness ng narration. 11. Maintenance of the official police blotter. For purposes of standardization, all stations should only maintain an official police blotter and an official police blotter IRF. As such, it is discouraged and it is henceforth unauthorized that logbook, notebook, or any other materials be used. Yung part na yon ikakat na, tapos yung part na yon na nakat ay yung ibibigay sa complainant. Turn over to police investigator. Thereafter, it is the duty of the police officer who is in charge of the police blotter to lodge the complaint to the proper investigator who will handle the case. The investigator should interview the complainant on the nature of this complaint and ensure that all entries therein are complete to prevent duplication and relieve the complainant from repeating his narration. 13. Supporting documents. Check the necessary documents in support of the complainants if needed. If there are documents submitted, the same shall be attached and will form part of the IRF. After magsulat sa IRF at police blotter, trabaho na ng in-charge sa police blotter na i-turn over yung complaint doon sa investigator. Accuracy of report. Make sure that all information gathered is kulang. Yung 14, 15 yan. Accuracy of report. Make sure that all information gathered is truthful and exact in its documentation. Siguraduhin na lahat ng nakuha natin na nilagay sa police blotter ay truthful at eksakto. Yung 15, 16 yan. Amendment to the report in the event that complainant desire to amend or make supplemental of his complaint, the investigator shall inform the officer in charge of the blotter to make the necessary correction and state therein that it amends or supplements the previous report and shall place the signature both of the complainant and the officer in charge of the blotter. Next. Ito na yung yung form na niya. Sa A, yung reporting person. Sabi naman, ito yung sinasabi kong kapag crime yung nangyari, dapat mong checkan dyan. Tapos saka mo lang pipili pa. Pero kung checkan mo siya kung walang kung may suspect pala sa yun, basta ayun sa suspect yan. Tapos yung support children in conflict with law, kung sakali doon sa kaso, yung suspect ay bata. Sa item C naman, yung victim of data. Kung parehas lang naman yung yung victim tsaka reporting person, hindi mo na pipilapan yan. Pero kung magkaiba naman, pipilapan mo yan. Then sa D, ito na yung narrative ng insidente, yung ikakwento mo na yung sa pagsagot ng 5Ws tsaka 1H. Next. Ito yun. Ito yung masasagutan mo. Date. Uy. Pabalik. Dito yung ano, yung reporting person, yung sasagot ng date and time report, date and time of incident. Magkaiba yun. Yung report ay yung nasa ano na siya, nagre-report na siya. Yung incident ay yung pang, kung anong oras o araw yung pangyayari. Then, family name, first name, middle name, lahat ng information na nakalagay dyan. Next ako. Uy, so, sa ano lang, suspect. Yan. Ayun yung nakalagay. Check here if there is no suspect involved and thereafter proceed to item C. Ayun yung sasabi. Pag walang suspect, i-check mo siya. Tapos, proceed ka na sa ano. Tapos naman, sa baba niyan, kapag sobra sa isa o dalawa, kailangan mo na lang ano, gumawa ng bagong sheet ng ano, ng IREF, tapos ng sheets ng suspect data, tapos i-attach na lang sa IREF. Next. Next. Uy, hindi. Sobra. Balik pa. Ito yung ano, yung sinasabing check here if the reporting person, item A, is the victim, proceed to item D. Ay yung ano, pag parehas daw yung ano, yung reporting person, yung katulad ng sinabi ko kanina. Then yung sa baba, kapag kulang, kung lagpas sa isa o dalawa yung reporting person, kailangan mo uling ano, kumuha ng bagong ganyan. Next. Then narrative report, yung pagsagot sa W's, yung pagkukwento mo na. Dito sa authentication, ito yung ikakat, yung ibibigay mo na yung ano, yung sa ano. Importanteng may pirma dito ah. Then ikakat na, tapos ito na yung ibibigay sa reporting person. Next. Manual recording of the crime incident report from the IRF to the police blotter. The crime incident report recorded in the IRF after the transaction with the reporting person has concluded shall be transcribed and entered into the police blotter by the desk officer of the police station. For those police stations equipped with the crime incident reporting system, popularly known as the e-blotter, the designated crime registrar will likewise enter the record into the system. Ito transfer na daw yung ano, information sa IRF na ilalagay na sa police blotter logbook, tapos ito transfer na siya sa e-blotter. Number 2, importance of the police blotter. Blotter entry reports serve as a permanent record of incident, events, problems, and so forth. There are many types of reports. Ano yan, hindi lang sa police blotter na ano, hindi lang crime incident yung pwedeng ilagay dun sa police blotter. Maraming pwedeng ilagay dun na ano, pero maraming pwedeng ilagay katulad ng pagkawala ng tao, gamit, kung ano pa na ano, insidente. Hindi lang crime incident. Next. Basic guidelines. The narrative written in the IRF shall basically be the record that shall be transcribed in the police blotter. While it is in a narrative form, it is prudent, however, to list down some necessary information in the police blotter in the text or outline form. This shall answer the necessary requirements of the 5 Ws and 1 H. The following question should be answered as a guide to writing a report. A. Who was involved? Dito, isusulat mo dito yung lahat ng pangalan ng nasa insidente. Or may not be present but has knowledge about the incident. There is nothing to lose but all to gain if all these persons are listed. Next. When did it take place? Be precise as much as possible in indicating the time and date of incidents. Dito naman, kung kaya mo malaman yung eksaktong oras o araw, dapat mo ilagay yon. C. Where did it take place? Describe in detail where the incident occurred in the master bedroom. This incident occurred. Ito yung example. In the master bedroom of a two-story brick house in 131 Luna Street, Villa San Jose Subdivision, Barangay San Roque, Nabua, Camarines Sur. Dito yung yung buong pinakabuong detalye, specific dapat katulad yan yun sa address ng ganyan. Kung saan yung nangyari yung insidente. What happened? Letter D, what happened? Dito naman yung yung kung ano talaga yung nangyari sa insidente, yung kung paano nangyari ganun. Why did it happen? Dito, ilalagay kung bakit nangyari, ano yung motibo, ba't ganun yung nangyari sa insidente. Next. How did happen? Ito yung kung paano naman nangyari yung insidente. Affixing signatures and contact details as soon as the incident is transcribed in the police blotter. The desk officer and the reporting person shall sign in the police blotter. It should be indicated should be should be indicated under the name and signature of the reporting person, his address, home telephone number, mobile number, and identification card presented. In the event that the reporting person indicates that he does not want his contact details to be recorded in a public record as the police blotter. By reason of privacy, the same should not be recorded as a manner of respect to the said person's right, but it should, however, be indicated in the Penal Code. Any violation of this SOP shall be dealt with administratively as may be warranted by evidence. All unit commanders shall be included in the investigation under the principle of command responsibility. If evidence for the warrants criminal complaint shall also be filed against these who may have committed acts or omissions contrary to the revised penal code or any special statutes. Statutes. Okay na, next na.
Okay na.
Okay na, Morales.
Okay na, okay na. Chapter 4, all about administrative issuance and memorandum format. Next. The administrative issuance. Administrative issuance are orders or directive written by a person in authority to his subordinates. This provide objective programs and police prescribing methods and procedure that in turn affects the organization. Some of most common issuance are memorandum, memorandum circular, office order, official order, and standard operating procedure. Each of these discussed below. Yung mga yan, yung mga memorandum na yan, yung circular, ay i-discuss natin mamaya sa baba. Pero yung administrative issuance, ito yung order talaga o directive na yung sulat na binibigay sa tao para bigyan ng authority yung subordinates. Next. Gaya na yung sinabi nga, di-discuss yung memorandum. Memorandum, the national headquarters of the Philippine National Police issued letter directive number 9509 dated on 26 dated on October 27, 1995 on the format and use of memorandum in police radio message. The purpose of this directive is to prescribe the basic guidelines and standards regarding the preparation of written communication, particularly memoranda and letters. This will prescribe the formats of PNP written communication to be consistent with the current standards of acceptability. Yung memorandum ginagawa, hindi lang to basta-basta sulat ka lang sulat, yung kwento na kwento dapat sa memorandum. Tama yung, unang-una tama yung grammar mo. Yung mga ilalagay mong words dapat maintindihan ng reader para mas maintindihan nila at mas malinaw sa kanila yung memo. Halimbawa, yung mga example ng memorandum, for example, yung sa halimbawa, sa principal, yung principal ipapasa, magbibigay sila ng memo to teachers, to group or teachers. Tapos yung teachers, bibigay nila dun sa estudyante. Next. Memorandum. It is an inter-office dealing with official matters in the police organization. Its message is written in the best possible words. Yun nga, sinasabi dito. Tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, yung mga words dapat mas maintindihan ng reader. A memorandum is for application requiring compliance or dissemination of information for the office and members of the organization. Kapag gagawa ka ng memorandum, hindi mo basta-basta ipapasa lang yan. Kailangan kapag gagawa ka ng memorandum, dapat mayroong mga authority na mga mas nakakataas sa'yo. Kunyari, signature, yung mga ganun. Next. Parts naman tayo ng memorandum. Parts of memorandum, yung heading. This contains the date, subject, through channel, and address. Yung heading naman, kapag gagawa tayo ng memorandum, ito yung parts nga sa heading. Ito yung mga makikita natin yung katulad ng ginawa nating report. Yung makikita natin dun sa yung ilalagay sa pagkatapos ng memorandum, tsaka mo ilalagay yung heading, yung for, yung to, yung subject, at saka yung date. Yun yung heading. Next, letterhead. Every police unit or office has its own letterhead, which is usually printed in the first page. Diba, meron tayong format ng paggagawa ng report. 3/4, diba, sa taas, 3/4 inch. Bali, pagkatapos ng 3/4 inch na yan, tsaka mo isusulat yung letterhead. Example ng mga letterhead, yun yung ano, yung Philippine National Police, yung una, Republic of the Philippines, Philippine National Police. Katulad nito, yung nandyan sa example. Next. Next naman is address the words memorandum for use if sent to superior office or memorandum to if sent to subordinates. Pag memorandum for, di ba yung sa address nga, part siya ng kanina sa number 1 dun sa letter, dun sa may, basta yung number 1 ng parts ng ano, ng memorandum. Kasama siya sa ng address. Yun yung pag for, if ano, pag ginagamit ito pag yung kapag isa-send mo sa ano, superior. Pag yung to naman, kapag isa-send mo sa subordinate. Next, attention line. This is mainly for faster dissemination. The memorandum may be addressed to a specific individual or head of unit or by the use of specific symbol. Katulad dito, yung sinabi ngayon by the use of specific symbol. Katulad nito, yung kanina dun sa memorandum, tapos kasunod ng 2 or 4, gamitin mo. Kailangan mga specific symbol na gagamitin mo yung ano, colon, merong mga format yun bago mo lagyan ng colon, tapos pag gagawa ka ng paragraph, kailangan yung mga comma, yung mga tuldok is ano, is tugma dun sa ginagawa mong sentence. Next. Next naman natin subject. This is written to space below the sender, the to space to the right colon. It should contain no more than 10 words. Yun nga, di ba subject, di ba meron din sa parts ng ano, pagkatapos ng memorandum may for, from, subject, date. Yung subject doon, yung so una kung ano yung report na gagawin mo. Kunyari, spot report. Susulat mo spot report. Pagkasulat mo ng spot report, susunod mo dun sa spot report, ay magagamit ka ng colon. Colon, tapos kung ano yung nagawang incident. Kunyari, shooting incident, ganun. Then date, this is placed below the subject indicating when the memorandum is written. Yung date naman, madaming nalilito. Pag gagamit ka ng date dun sa sa ano pa lang, sa may after pa lang ng memorandum, ang date na gagamitin mo din yung kung kailan mo ginawa yung report or memorandum. Next. Body naman tayo. Parts of ano pa rin to memorandum. This is the message of a memorandum. It is double space when the message is less than 9 lines. Yung body, alam niyo to yung ano pagkatapos ng diwan, gumawa tayo ng report. Ito yung ano, diba, reference, yung police blotter number, blah blah blah. Tapos yung kasunod nun, di ba, 1. Bali kapag naka 9 sentence ka o 9 lines pala. 9 lines sa paggawa mo ng sentence o paragraph. No, bali pag naka 9 lines ka, bali 1 space na lang 'yun. Pero kung less than 9 lang, halimbawa 8 lang, 8 lines lang, 7 or 3, ano lang 'yun, bali magiging 2 space 'yun bago ka gumawa pa ng isang paragraph. Next. Complementary. Balik mo. Complementary ending. This is the originator's name found 5 space below the last paragraph of the body of this message. Pagkatapos mo gumawa ng mga paragraph, yung mga facts na ginawa mo sa memorandum, 5 space before sulat mo yung yung gumawa ng memorandum or report. Pangalan mo, rango mo, tsaka signature. Yun lang, next. Sa'yo na yan.
Memorandum Circular, also termed as MC in the government offices. Memorandum Circular have subject that explain or classify rules and regulation for subordinate So itong memorandum circular, tinatawag tinatawag siyang MC in government offices na kung saan ina-explain dito or kina-classify yung mga rules and regulation ng subordinates. Number 3, circular. Generally, these are issuance coming from the Department of Interior and Local Government or DILG to the PNP. These are the administrative instructions that are directive, advisory, and informative. The signatory is the department secretary, and it mostly deals with subject like delegation of authority and instruction or regulation to the implemented. So ito naman yung yung kapag may kapag so yung report or yung letter na galing sa DALG is ipapasa nila sa PNP kasi kailangan ma-implement o kailangan maipaalam ito sa PNP organization. Number 4, office circular. These are administrative instructions requiring compliances from personnel of office dealing with subject like delegation or authority, appointment or assignment of personnel. So ito naman yung yung administrative instruction na kung saan ito yung nagre-record ng compliance galing sa personnel office. Like dealing with subject kagaya ng delegation of authority, appointment or assignment of ng personnel. Office order. Ito naman yung yung nanggagaling dito yung order para sa pagpapatupad ng administrative matter sa national headquarter, sa regional, provincial, and district offices. Yung order na yun kadalasan na tumutukoy bilang subject like personnel conduct requiring compliances. 6, special orders. So, papasok naman dito yung kapag may isang police officer na ita-transfer or may appointment o kaya yung may isang police officer na mapopromote. Pipirmahan ito ng Chief Directorial Staff. 7, standard operating procedure. So, dito naman, in short, tinatawag siyang SOP. So, yung instruction naman dito kung saan dapat yung instruction dito is kailangan sundin. Tapos, tungkol ito sa regular procedure na ginagawa everyday. So, ang nagbibigay ng instruction or ng order dito sa SOP ay yung Chief Director. So, ito yung yung format ng report kapag gagawa ka ng report. So, 5 spaces from the first line of the letterhead to the memorandum line. So, after nang malagay mo yung letterhead, 5 spaces, tapos memorandum, 2 spaces below, and then 1 tab, tapos director or head, tapos from acting chief, kung kanino nang galing yung report, kung saang station, tapos subject. So, yung spot report, tapos date kung kailan ginawa yung report. Tapos, sa reference, the spaces between the paragraph. So, dito naman, kapag yung paragraph mo is more than 9 paragraph, 1 spaces lang. Pero kapag less than 9 paragraph, 2 spaces. So, papasok dito yung reference, yung yung police blotter. Ganun. Tapos sa number 2, indicate briefly the time, date, and place of occurrences. Papasok dito yung time and date kung kailan nangyari yung incident, tapos kung saang lugar. Tapos sa brief facts of the case. So, papasok na dito yung kung yung reported person, kung paano niya na-report yung incident na nakita niya. Tapos sa other facts naman, yung papasok dito yung kung sino yung suspect. Tapos requested recommendation action. Ito naman yung kapag nai-report na sa police station yung incident, yung magkakaroon na ng action. So ilalagay dito kung ano yung action na nilagay ng mga police. Tapos progress report will follow. 5 spaces below. Tapos ilalagay na yung ano yung originator name o yung nagsulat ng o gumawa ng isang report. Next.
Chapter 5, Classification of Investigative Report.
Initial report or advance report. This is an advance information on a new or fresh case assigned to an investigator. The data in this report is not yet complete, but it is written and immediately submitted after the preliminary investigation of the case. Sa initial report, nangungulugan dito ng buong pagsisiwalat na nagbibigay ng buong halaga. Points to remember, I think, the initial of advance report. Number 1, paragraph number 1 is the introductory paragraph of an initial report. Number 2, the subject of the introductory paragraph is to point out the readers that statement of the objective and subjective of the report. 3, after presenting the introduction paragraph, the report will proceed to paragraph number 2, narrating the gathered in the course of ongoing investigation. Dito sa points, isa itong dokumento sa nagpapaliwanag na detalyadong gawa upang marating ang punto. Next.
Dagdag ko lamang po, pabalik po. Dagdag ko lamang sa initial report na ito yung report na doon sa insidente. Ito yung report mo about doon sa incident na mismong press na press, kagagawa lang at kumbaga ito yung nangyayari pa lang sa mismong araw na to. Sa point naman na sa number 1, sa paragraph, sa introductory paragraph ng initial report, ilalagay mo rito yung anong ibig niya sabihin ng report na to, ano ba yung nilalaman ng report na to, lalo na pagdating sa kung ano yung kaso ba o ano ba yung nangyari sa isang report o ano ba yung nangyari sa isang insidente. Tapos kailangan din maparating mo sa mga tao na magbabasa nito na kung ano yung nilalaman, kung ano yung subject mo at objective ng report na to. Next. Next po.
Next. Next po.
progress report or follow-up report. This is a written narration facts developed by the investigator in the course of the follow-up investigation. Ito raw po ang progress report, isang report ng isang investigador sa pag-follow up ng kanyang investigasyon. From sa initial report, sa una niyang pag-iimbestiga, sa una niyang pagsasaliksik sa nangyari o sa insidente. Ngayon, ito naman po follow-up report, yung karugtong ng unang pag-iimbestiga ng isang investigador. This is a report of the subsequent details which is very vital to the case but has not been incorporated in initial report. Kumbaga, itong progress report ay isang karugtong na detalye ng initial report na nagdedetalye sa mga nangyari. Point to remember in writing progress report. Number 1, in progress report, the statement of the objective or subjective of the report is changed. At sinasabi sa number 1 na ang statement of objective and subjective ay mag-iiba. Halimbawa po, ang subject po namin ay, halimbawa ko ay isang investigador, ang subject ko po ay spot report alleged shooting incident. Pero pagdating sa progress report, ito yung mag-iiba. Ang lalabas po ay progress report re-shooting to death of Juan de la Cruz Casimoro of Barangay San Pedro, Bulacan. Pagdating sa progress report po, magkakaroon na po ng detalye or di na po siya katulad doon sa, kumbaga po, determine na po yung nangyari. Di po katulad ng initial report. Pwede po kasi palabas natin dyan na di pa na-determine yung nangyari. Biglaan lang pong pagre-report to, kumbaga initial eh. Pero pag dating sa progress report, detalyado na po dapat ang subject. Katulad nga ng shooting incident of Juan de la Cruz. Kailangan na pong malagay na detalyado kung ang kaso is pagpatay. Siyempre, lalagay mo, i-detalye muna na, halimbawa, kung binaril nga, shooting incident, kung rape naman, rape, crime of rape, kumbaga ganun, na nakadetalye na siya. Next. The introductory paragraph is also changed from initial report to progress report. Example, ang spot report namin, ang reference niya is Police Blotter Entry Number 001, page 0001, date 22 of October 2023, other subject same as above. Pero pagdating sa progress report, ang reference naman niya ay Police Blotter Entry Number 001, date 22 October 2020, subject same as above. Madadagdagan siya ng spot report, date 22 October 2020, subject as above. Pagdating number 2 naman po, for administrative purposes, the case number is not mentioned, an original number is assigned in a new fresh cases throughout the investigation until it's solved. Tapos sa number 3 naman po, the report progressed through the follow-up investigation done by the investigator. At tinutukoy po rito, yung mga na-investiga mo, na mga nakalap mong informasyon, pagdating sa progress report, i-detalye mo na siya. Kung halimbawa, lalo sa crime lab, kung mayroong na-examine about mga evidence doon, isasama mo na rin sa follow-up report o sa progress report. Kumbaga lahat po ng nag-gather mo po mga evidence o mga result, the progress report, isasama mo na siya. Next.
C. Final report. is a complete written narration of facts based on the true investigation of the case. This is a result of evaluation, summarization, and analysis of all facts and circumstances of the case and the complete accumulation and collection of data. Ang final report naman, dito lahat nakalagay ang data sa bawat salaysay. Palos, ang senaryo, lahat ng mga ginagawa dito mapupunta sa final report.
Sa final report, kumbaga, kung ilagay mo sa initial and progress, isa-summary mo na siya ngayon sa final report. Isa-summary mo na siya doon. Kailangan pa rin silang makita doon sa final report. Siya kaya nga siya final eh. Yung sinabi mo sa initial at progress, kailangan makita doon. Kahit summary siya, kailangan makita siya doon. At yung dagdag na lang din natin dito yung mga nangyari pa at incident o sa kaso, yung mga karagdagan pa, itasama mo na rin siya ron hanggang sa dulo. Points to remember in writing final report. Number 1, the final report bears the moral case solved close. Kumbaga, sa final report, kailangan mo mailagay na rito na case solved o case closed na siya. Kasi nga, final report na to, ibig sabihin, kailangan tapos na yung kaso. Tapos na yung insidente. Number 2, the heading has the same letterhead, case number, date, nature of the crime, the introductory paragraph present the original facts of the case. Kumbaga, pagdating sa letterhead, case number, date, nature of the crime, lahat to puro pare-paresan to, walang magbabago. Mula sa initial hanggang sa walang magbabago. Sa introductory paragraph naman, iano mo na rito yung original facts of the case niya. Yung sinasabi ko nga from the initial report, isasama mo na yun. I-include mo na siya. Siya yung mauuna. Bago ngayon yung karagdagang facts mo pa. Ngayon, number 3, the body has the main contents of the reports and relate the facts about the crime and the final sequence of the event are unfold here. Kumbaga, ito nga yung, halimbawa, kung sa progress report mo, hindi nyo pa nahuhuli yung suspect, pero lahat na ng details na kailangan is nandun na. Hindi na lang siya nahuhuli. But at sa final report, dito, kung nahuli na siya, dito mo na ngayon i-include. Kumbaga yung mga wala pa sa kaso o wala pa sa initial progress nga, kaya sabi ko kanina pa, i-include mo siya, ipapasok mo siya ngayon dun. The ending as usual administrative data like the signature of the report writer, the official endorsement of the section. Kumbaga, kailangan pa rin na yung gumawa ng initial report hanggang sa final report, yung unit na yun or yung reporter na yun siya pa rin na magre-report. Tapos, yung signature ng gumawa ng report, kumbaga pa rin, kailangan yung pa rin na nakalagay doon at yung kung anong section sila, kung halimbawa kung section man ang gumawa nito. Next. Example dito namin yung pagdating sa subject, dito nung mag-iiba na, di ba sa spot report na sinasabi natin is alleged shooting incident. Pagdating naman sa subject ng progress report, shooting to death of Juan de la Cruz, Casimoro of Barangay San Pedro, Bulacan. Ngayon, ang pagdating naman natin na final report, refiling of the case of murder against Pedro Panginiban, Pilas of Barangay San Pedro. Ngayon, pagdating sa final report, yung subject mo, nakalagay na doon yung kaso, filing of the case na to. Kaya nga final na to, itong final report, ito na yung papasa ngayon natin sa korte. Ngayon, kailangan, pagdating sa subject, nakalagay na rito kung anong krimen yung ginawa niya. Kung ano ba, murder, homicide, rape, etc. Pagdating naman ng reference, ang spot report, ang reference siya is police blotter entry number 001, page 0001, date 22 October 2020, our subject same as above. Pagdating naman ng progress report, reference A, same nga lang din, police blotter. Tapos pagdating ng B, spot report, date 22 October of 2020, our subject as above. Pagdating naman ng final report, ang reference siya ngayon, police blotter entry number 001, page 0001, date 22 October 2020. Tapos pagdating naman ng B, spot report. Pagdating naman ng C, i-include muna yung progress report. Progress report, shooting to death of Juan de la Cruz Casimoro of Barangay San Pedro. Ngayon, kumbaga, magbabago talaga siya ng reference. Pero kung, halimbawa, sa initial report kung halimbawa na wala kang wala kang police blotter entry number, yung bigla ka na lang gumawa ng report, pwede mong gamitin doon yung times, date, and occurrence. Yung oras, date, at kung ano nangyari, yung place, yun yung magiging reference mo ngayon. Next.
Narinig po ako. Hello, mate. Narinig po ba ako? Mate. 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 Chapter 6. Narinig ba ako, mate?
Wait lang, hanap lang ako ng maliwanag.
Mate, narinig ba ako? Okay. So, chapter 6, legal form. Next. Legal form definition. Are prototypes of any document or forms used in a legal transaction or judicial proceedings. These contain important matters conveyed in a technical terminologies and presented in a suitable and systematic order in accordance with the circumstances in any case. This could be in the forms of acknowledgement, and in any case, this could be in the forms of acknowledgement and juries, affidavits, sales of realty, sales of personal property, mortgage, power of attorney, special contracts and agreements, gratuitous contracts and disposition, partnership, and corporation complaints in criminal cases. So dito sa pre, off-mic ko muna, pre.
Pre.
Dito off-mic ko muna.
Wait lang, sir.
So dito sa legal forms, kumbaga dito, ito yung yung isang uri ng dokumento na na ginagamit para sa legal na transaction na kadalasang ginagamit sa judicial proceeding o korte. Tapos ito yung yung iba't ibang importanteng impormasyon na ginagamit natin sa mga kaso katulad ng ng acknowledgement of jurat, affidavit, sales of realty, sales of personal property, mortgage. Kumbaga ang pagkakaintindi ko sa mortgage yung kumbaga yung halimbawa nagkautang ka sa bangko, then yung sa bangko hindi mo na mabayaran, then yung gagawin ng bangko, kuha siya ng property mo. Kumbaga para mabayaran yung pagkakautang mo sa bangko. Then yung makukuhang property, yung makukuhang property mo, magiging under na siya ng ng bangko. Then, asan na ba ako? Power of attorney, special contracts and agreement, gratuitous contracts and dispositions of partnership and corporation complaints in criminal cases. Next. Legal forms related to law enforcement. The following are some examples of legal forms related to law enforcement: sworn statement, affidavits, complaints, criminal cases, and inquest form. So number 1, sworn statement. This is also termed as a sworn declaration. It is a document containing facts related to a legal proceedings. This person who makes the declaration affixes his or her signature in a separate endorsement paragraph. The end of the document with a statement that the declaration is made under oath. Kumbaga dito, pag sinabing sworn statement, merong, ito yung sinumpang salaysay na kung saan, ang nakasaad lang dito, yung puro katotohanan lamang. Kumbaga, bawal ka magsabi ng mali, bawal ka magsulat ng kung mag-invento ng mga kwento. Then dito naman sa in taking the sworn statement, the police officer should comply with Section 12, Article 3 of the 1987 Constitution, that any person under custodial investigation for the commission of an offense shall have the right to remain silent. Shall have the right to remain and to have a competent and independent counsel. He or must be provided with one. The rights cannot be waived except in writing in the presence of counsel. No torture, force, or violence, threat, intimidation, or any detention places, solitary, incommunicado, or other similar forms of detention are prohibited. Kumbaga dito, ang meaning nito ng ang sinasabi sa Section 12, Article 3 of the 1987 Constitution, kumbaga, bago ka magsabi ng declaration sa sworn statement, dapat sabihin mo muna yung karapatan yung pangtao o Miranda rights kung tawagin. Kumbaga, bago mo siya tanungin, magsasalita ka muna ng mga karapatan niya, yung right to remain silent, ganun. Then, kumbaga, dito rin sa under ng Section 12, Article 3 of 1987 Constitution, kumbaga dito naman, bawal kang gumamit ng torture, violence, or pananakot para masabi, para mapilitan yung tao na magsabi kahit di bukal sa loob niya. Then next, Enang. Ay, malayo na yun, Enang . Isa na ako sa sworn statement, yung affidavits na ako. Yon, dun. These are types of verified formal sworn statement to fact signed to by an affiant or author and witnessed by a notary public. An affidavit be used. Saan na ba? Affidavits. Number 2. There are types of verified formal sworn statement of fact signed by an affiant or author and witnessed by a notary public. An affidavit could be used as evidence in court proceedings. An affidavit is composed of commencement. This identifies the affiant, individual averment. These are separate claims that are numbered as mandated by law. Statement of truth. This is a statement verifying that what is stated is true under oath. Attestation, a clause certifying the oath and date made by the affiant and signature. This is both the signature of the affiant and notary public. Kumbaga dito naman sa affidavit, dapat meron siyang pirma ng abogado o kaya witness by a notary public para maging legal siya. Kumbaga dapat ito pirmado. Tapos dito naman sa isa, pwede rin itong gamitin as evidence para sa korte. Kumbaga, pag meron kang affidavits, pwede mo siya maging ebidensya pagdating sa korte. Tapos ito yung mga example ng affidavit. Meron itong limang uri tulad ng affidavit of complaint, affidavit of complaint, affidavit of denial, affidavit of arresting officer, and affidavit of witness. Kumbaga mamaya may explain yan sa mga example mamaya sa susunod na mag-report sa akin. So next. Types of affidavit of complaint. So affidavit of complaint. Section 3 of the Rule 110 defined complaint as a sworn written statement charging a person with offense subscribed by the offended party, any peace office, or other public law officer charged with the enforcement of the law violated. Kumbaga affidavit of complaint, kumbaga dito yung gumagawa nito yung complainant laban sa offended party. Tapos yung mga gumagawa ng affidavit of complaint, any public officer or other public law officer. So a complaint may be filed either before the prosecutor, officer, court, and in certain cases filing a complaint is necessary to conduct preliminary investigation. The person who may file a criminal complaint are the offended party. This is the person against whom property the crime was committed, any peace officer. This includes any members of the Philippine National Police and other public officer charged with the enforcement of the law violated. This includes person in the government service, authorized BIR agent, custom agent, etc. etc. An affidavit to complaint containing the following. Kumbaga dito sa isa yung ang laman ng affidavit ng complaint Ang laman ng affidavit to complaint yung pangalan ng akusado, kung sinong taong kino-complain mo. Tapos pangalawa yung designation of the offense by the statute, yung act or omission na ginawa ng accused. Pangatlo, yung nagrereklamo. At yung yung TDPO, time, date, place, or occurrence. Next. Ito yung mga example ng affidavit to complaint. Hindi ko Next mo na lang lang. Affidavit of desistance. A complainant executes an affidavit of desistance when he no longer wishes to pursue a case against an accused of defendant in a court case. The complainant states that he or she no longer interested in testifying or prosecuting. This is only grounds the case if only the prosecution can no longer prove the guilt of the accused beyond reasonable doubt without testimony of the offended party. Kumbaga ito naman yung uring dokumento na kung saan hindi, kumbaga yung dalawang partida nagkasundo, kumbaga pero napag-ayos sila ng dalawa. Kumbaga halimbawa yung isang tao na nagreklamo, yung parang di niya na itutuloy yung kaso niya, iuurong niyo na lang, kumbaga parang magkaroon sila ng kasunduan. Tapos ito yung gagamitin mo yung affidavit of desistance. Next. Tayo, ikaw na.
Legal and binding documents or written testimony of wait lang, nabago ulit Testimony of witness as a way for evidence to presented to the court. It is usually filled out by a lawyer and then filled as a part of the case. The affidavit has to be a paragraph form, and each paragraph covers and a specific topic. The full name of person making the statement has to include, as does the name of one who affirmed the statement. This kind of affidavit can also use to record the testimony of an expert witness in certain, no, saan na ba ako? Certain cases. The affidavit has to be truthful and just give facts, not person feelings or opinion. Ito po yung affidavit of witness. Ito po yung affidavit na binibigay para po sa witness kung saan po, kung sino po yung nandoon at nakakita ng na-commit na crime. Bali po dito, syempre, yung nakalagay po sa affidavit of witness, syempre po, kailangan po yung katotohanan po ng nangyaring crime. Hindi po yung, syempre, yung pagtatakpan nyo yung tao kasi, syempre, kamag-anak, ganun po. Hindi po, kailangan po talaga yung katotohanan pagka i-ano nyo sa affidavit of witness. Pa-scroll na lang po. Okay. Inquest form. The Department of Justice issued Department Circular number 61 on the new rules of inquest. Below are some citation of the rules related to inquest. Inquest is an informal and summary investigation conducted by a public prosecutor in criminal case involving person arrested and detained without the benefits of warrant of arrest issued by the court for the purpose of determining whether or not the said person should remain under custody and corresponding be charged in court. Yung ano naman po, yung inquest form, ginagamit naman po ito para sa pag-a-arrest din po ng isang akusado. Bali, pwede mo po arrestuhin yung akusado kahit walang warrant of arrest. Ito pong ginagamit itong inquest form din po para hulihin kung sino yung gumawa ng crime. Okay na po, pa-scroll na lang po. Ano to? Ito pa rin. Okay. Useless otherwise directed by the City of Providential Prosecutor, those assigned to the inquest duty shall discharge their function during the hours of designated assignment and only be done at the police station headquarters of PNP in order to expedite and facilities the disposition of inquest form. Ito po yung disposition. The inquest proceeding shall be considered commenced upon receipt by the inquest officer from the law enforcement authorized of complainant repeller documents, which should include the affidavit of arrest, the investigation report, the statement of complainant and witnesses, and other supportive evidence gathered the police in course of paano na lang po, pa-scroll na lang po kasi napaliwanag ko na po yung sa inquest form. Ito naman po, complainant in criminal cases. It is the importance that those who will be writing the police report will be familiar with the form of complaints in criminal cases in the formal and standard heading and the caption of cases. The familiarization of all this will help him in his report. Any court proceeding, the standard heading and caption are used in the Supreme Court of Appeals and the municipal court. The sample form of complaints includes are the violation of municipal ordinance. Oh, yung ano naman po, complaints in criminal cases. Ito po yung mga ano po, mga form po na ginagamit sa mga criminal cases. Ito lang po yung mga kasulatan na binibigay ng Supreme Court of Appeals and Municipal Court. Bali nakalagay po dito yung mga violation na ano po, kagaya po ng municipal ordinance, forcible abduction, arson, damage to property through reckless imprudence, homicide, and murder refers to the sample below. Ayun po yung mga ginagamit. Doon po pumapasok yung complaints in criminal cases. Yun na po. Okay na po. Ayan po yung mga example ng ano po, complaint in criminal case. Ayan po yung arson. Ayan po example ng arson. Na example din po ng criminal cases. Ito naman pong isa, damage to the property through reckless imprudence. Bali, ayan po yung mga example ng criminal. Okay po, murder. Siyempre po, yung mga pipilapan po ng kung ano po yung na-commit nilang crime. Yan po. Example po yan ng ano, complaint in criminal case. Okay na po ako, mate. Tapos na po, napaliwanag ko na lahat.